This feels very strange coming on here looking like this. I am gonna do my like 15-minute get ready with me mom to normal human being look. Literally about to wash off. I just wanted to like do a drastic before and after. This is the Glam Glow Super Mud treatment. I don't know if it's fully recommended in pregnancy, but my OB gave me the okay to use normal over-the-counter acne products, and I have been using them because my skin is disgusting. So, is it helping? Absolutely not. Nothing is helping. I'm gonna go wash this off and then I will be out. We are gonna do my hair too because I washed it last night and it looks awful. I'm gonna do that last. I always do my hair last. I say 15 minutes, like in real life, this takes me 15 minutes. It might take me longer, obviously, because I am talking to you guys. But I wanted to do this because I haven't done a get ready with me in a while. I did these a lot on my channel right before I got pregnant with Darcy. And if you guys are a new follower of my channel, because you saw my pregnancy announcement and updates with Darcy, I would do videos like this. I say probably like weekly or bi-weekly. This is a great time for me to talk to you guys and just kind of like update anything that's going on. I'm gonna use this Morphe Artist Palette. It's not called an artist palette. It's actually the Brow 8. And it has a million different brow colors and waxes. I'm just gonna mix, believe it or not, these two dark ones. I don't have a topic that I was gonna talk to you guys about today. I was just gonna kind of like open my mouth and see what comes out. I just wanted to film something and put something up. So, mom life is rough sometimes, you guys. I feel like I've been struggling lately with balancing everything. You guys know I'm a working mom. I go to work. Corey works too, but his schedule is opposite of mine. So we pulled Brody from daycare so that when I'm working, Corey is home with Brody. And then when Corey is working, I am home with Brody. So it saves us a lot of money. A lot of money. And since we're like always working, the house is just an absolute mess. And my husband does a great job at helping out cleaning and stuff, but I feel like he just picks up and I would rather deep clean. It's like rough, like trying to just like literally get your life together every day. And that's what I'm struggling with. And I feel like it's normal. I know it's normal. And that's kind of how I've been feeling. And on top of it, we're having a new baby join our family this year. So I am stressing about that. We have to get her room done, which I did like a nursery update. I showed you guys, that was the last video I did. I'm in her nursery right now. It's a guest bedroom. Okay, so I sped through my brows. I actually ended up using my pomade. I did not like the way the powder looks. I don't like the way my brows look. They are too full and I'm annoyed. But I guess it is what it is. I'm just gonna, that's not even the concealer I want to use. Just accepted it. I used to, before I had kids, I would just like, I would spend so much time on my makeup, but you guys know I love makeup and I used to be like a beauty blogger and I used to do like freelance for weddings and stuff. And if I didn't like the way my brows turned out, I would literally wash them off. And because I always start with brows, I know not everybody does. I love to start with brows. If I didn't like the way they looked, I would wash them off and I would literally do them again because I had the time. Now I don't have the time. Time is of the essence when you're a mom. Oh, you do the best that you can. I feel like my whole life now is me doing the best that I can. And some days it works out great. Some days I don't love it, but I've learned that I can't be a perfectionist anymore. I'm gonna use my Bye Bye foundation by It Cosmetics. I'm almost out. You guys can see that this is empty for the most part. I put a little bit of Sultan on yesterday just on my upper body because I hadn't shaved my legs and I've been wearing pants, so I just wanted like my upper body to not look so pale. And I think it worked a little bit. So I can use this because this is my darker shade, but I do need to buy more. It's just hard when you do it all, you know? Like if you guys are a working mom, you get it. Like trying to balance everything, spend time with your kids, spend time with your spouse, make sure your house is clean. It can be a lot and it can be overwhelming. And it's also overwhelming if you're a stay-at-home mom because I was a stay-at-home mom and it's overwhelming in that sense too because you feel like you never get a break because you don't. Speaking of, I will be working after Darcy is born. I want to work. I think staying home as long as I did with Brody's pregnancy like fueled my postpartum depression and my postpartum anxiety, because then I stayed out of work for so long that I had anxiety about going back to work. But I'm just anxious. I'm anxious about making it work. I want to breastfeed so bad this time. I did not breastfeed Brody that long. I exclusively pumped for 6 weeks, and then it's a long story. I exclusively pumped Brody for 6 weeks, and then Brody ended up having a dairy allergy. So I was eating dairy, not knowing that he had the dairy allergy. By the time that we figured it out, I had to switch into hypoallergenic formula because dairy takes like up to 3 weeks to get out of your system, and his allergy was so severe. 15 loose stools a day. He had like bloody lesions on his butt because the stools were so often and frequent, and he had like bleeding in his gut. It was miserable for him. He screamed all day for like 6 weeks until I put him on hypoallergenic formula, and it was just a nightmare. So because of that, my supply dropped a ton, because when I figured it out, I completely stopped nursing him, and then I stopped pumping. So I still had milk, but it was not what it was before, and I was like an overproducer. I don't want it to be that way this time. I want Darcy to be exclusively breastfed. Like, it means so much to me that she will be. And I know fed is best, and if it doesn't work out, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. But I also will say that I didn't try that hard with Brody. So what I plan on doing this time is eliminating dairy from my diet like 2 months before delivery as a personal choice. Nobody told me to do it. I can probably stop eating dairy 3 weeks before delivery, but you guys know babies come when they want. So I have no idea when she will be born. So to help combat that, I will just stop probably like 7 months pregnant, no dairy, so that I have no dairy in my system when I meet her, so that my milk is dairy free. And I'm gonna try that because I don't know what the statistics are on like subsequent pregnancies and children being born with dairy allergies when their siblings have had them. We cannot afford for Darcy to have a dairy allergy like Brody. Hypoallergenic formula is $40 a can, and Brody went through 4 cans a week. I was spending over $400 a month on formula, and it was impossible. This is my skin. It's done. It does not look good up close because of my acne, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do my hair really quickly because I literally just remembered that I have to do my hair. This is what my hair looks like when I wash it overnight and then I sleep on it. Not cute. I'm looking into getting clip-in hair extensions. I have the Halo, as you guys know, if you have followed me for a while. And I love my Halo. I've literally had it for 4 years and it looks amazing. I haven't had to trim it. It's perfect. And I'm glad that I've had it that long because it was expensive. It was like $300 and it was an investment. It like sits on your head like a crown. I love how my Halo looks, but it just doesn't stay. Like, your kid could literally rip it out of your hair, and I don't like that. I don't want to do tape-ins, although tape-ins would be the easiest for me as far as like my lifestyle right now and like pregnancy. I want my hair to look nice for delivery. I hate how this might make me sound shallow. It really doesn't matter what you look like when you meet your baby because your baby doesn't care, so I'll just say that. But for me, I still look back at my pictures from the day Brody was born and have a lot of feelings about it because I'm thankful that he's here and he's safe, but it was not the birthing experience I wanted. And I think that's a real thing. You know, people deal with like gender disappointment, and people also deal with like birth disappointment, like if their birth doesn't go the way they want it to go, or if it's like a traumatic birth. I mean, I love that I was able to have a vaginal birth with Brody, but Brody was in the NICU like right after. Literally, if I never like made a birth story and sat down and filmed it, so I actually never like talked about it, but he was born and he came out. I pushed for like 2.5 hours, and when he came out, they put him on my chest. He wasn't crying and he was like purple, and they literally took him away. Like, they took him off my chest as soon as they put him on my chest. And for 30 minutes, they worked on him in the room. So for 30 minutes, I was just lying there like listening to them. Still for 30 minutes, he wasn't crying. And everybody's like rushing around. There was a million people in the room at this point. I didn't even know if my baby was okay, and like nobody was telling me anything. And then before I knew it, they brought him over to me, and he had like all of these tubes hooked up to him, and he was like connected to this machine, and they said you can hold him for like 30 seconds and we have to take him away. He has to go to the NICU. He's been having trouble breathing. We can't get him to breathe on his own. And we need to take care of him and make sure that he's gonna be okay. And that was just such a hard moment for me, because especially after, you know, you deal with a pregnancy where you lose your baby in the 2nd trimester, which is when we lost Blair. And then you look forward to your birth for your rainbow baby, your whole pregnancy, right? Like, that's all you want is a healthy baby. You just want your baby to be alive when they come out. And to be told, like, you can't hold your baby. It was really hard for me to process. And then they took him away, and I didn't get to see him for like 24 hours. Like, he was in the NICU. They wouldn't let me in the NICU. They wouldn't let Corey in the NICU. By the time I finally went in the NICU, he was like connected to all these things. He was on a CPAP, a nasal cannula, all of these breathing machines. And then they suspected an infection. So they were like, oh, we have to do cultures on him. He can't even come out of the NICU until the cultures come back. And when I asked how long those take, they said like 2 to 3 days. And I was like, this is ridiculous, you know? And then I asked them like, well, when is he gonna come home? They literally wouldn't give me an answer, and they were making it sound like he would be in there for weeks. And I'm not complaining. I know there's women that have babies in the NICU for weeks and months, and I can't even imagine how hard that must be, because it was hard for me the 2 days that he was in there. And I was a hot mess. I was crying the whole time. Like, it was so hard. So weeks, 2 months, I can't imagine. I can't even let myself think about how hard that is, because I've been there for like 2 days and I never wanted to deal with that again. So he finally came to our room, you know, and it ended up being fine. But it was just hard. And I don't know. I look back at the pictures of Brody's birth, and the first thing that pops into my head is all of the emotions that I felt following his birth. How empty I felt. I felt like I didn't even have a baby because I didn't have my baby with me. It was like a very weird experience. And then on top of it, I looked like trash. Like, I know that doesn't matter, but you know, you just look at your pictures, and it would have been fine if I looked like trash and it was like the most beautiful experience and like my baby was healthy, and you know, but it all sucked. It all sucked. It sucked not getting to see him or hold him. It sucked not getting to nurse him. And I feel like the start of his life is probably why we failed at breastfeeding, because he was given a bottle before I could even nurse him. Like, before I could even like do the first latch and like skin to skin, he was given formula. And I understand he needed to eat. I get it. And I'm thankful that he ate and that he's alive. But I feel like that really hindered our breastfeeding relationships. I just have so many things that I wish for Darcy's birth that can kind of like heal me from the emotional strain that I went through with Brody's birth. Obviously the goal is just to have a healthy baby, whatever it takes to have a healthy baby, right? Truthfully. I hope to look a little bit more presentable for Darcy's birth. Just so, you know, because you're gonna look at these photos for the rest of your life. I've really been into like curling my hair lately. Not like curly, but what I'm doing right now, I'm just taking my straightener, and I'm obviously not a professional, so I don't even know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but I just use my hair straightener and I give myself some waves. I used to just straighten my hair, but I feel like it just looks so like dead and fried when I do that. At least the curls kind of like hide it. For you guys, my hair is done. I'm not going to do a lip product today, especially right now because I'm about to eat as much food as I can. I'm a working mom, but I choose to be a working mom. I choose to do the things that I do because I want my family to have certain things. And I think that my job is amazing and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I think that this is amazing. YouTube really has become a second job for me. I've been taking it way more seriously. I'm able to do something that I would do anyway, which is have another baby. And I'm getting to share that with people and I'm getting paid to do it. It's insane to me, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for how much my channel has grown and all of my platforms. I really don't think you guys know how much it means to me. It's not a numbers thing, it's not like a status thing, but when my platforms grow and more people come to my channels, I do make more money for my family. And I'm not, you guys know me, you guys know I'm not somebody that lives like a lavish life. My YouTube money literally all goes to savings. Like, it's going to savings for me to pay for my bills during my maternity leave. And that's as honest and as transparent as I can get with you guys. So I'm just so thankful that I'm able to consistently make money on YouTube now. And I still can't believe it, and I still can't believe that I get to do this. So it really means a lot to us, and if I could thank you guys 1,000 times, I would. Please follow my Instagram if you haven't already and you enjoy my channel. It would really help me out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for always supporting our family and my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.